one-on-one matchup mid, which is a hard-to-gank kind of hero. And I like the approach. Question is, EG also know exactly what they want to do now, because these heroes definitely revealed that.
Well, you don't know exactly what the dual lanes are. There are dual lanes.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know the second core,
right?
Or the third core, I should say.
They're so quiet when they draft EG. Compare that with Cloud9, who were really very vocal. Two totally different approaches.
Yes, but I think it's, as Sai said, that a lot of it is Peter Dagger doing the draft, and I'm happy. This is the first time that TA has been picked in League Phase 2.
I could hear you
definitely know
from
that.
Here. I can't see your face, but I could imagine your grin.
I could hear the smile, actually.
It's an audible smile.
So, TA most likely going to go mid in the hands of RTZ.
Yes.
I'm sure to no end you're going to talk about skill build and item choices.
Yeah,
God,
shut up. Just preemptively shut up.
Okay. You don't understand their beauty, period.
Now, in terms of a kind of a Puck versus TA matchup here,
yes.
I gotta say that's pretty TA favored.
It is TA favored, but it depends also on the lanes. Like, if there's any chance of getting ganked as TA, then there's higher chance Puck can win it. But against dual lanes, this is a pretty smart pickup, because it will be obvious whenever Venge is ganking, and Lich is not gonna have any of that. So I like the draft taking up a TA here. It's pretty smart. And I mean, you can be really good at playing Puck and do fairly well against TA, but one-on-one straight up, RTZ will have the advantage on that hero, as it should be fair playing Ember, I assume.
Assuming, well, yeah, RTZ does not have Ember, at least not yet. Every time he plays Ember, he's actually...
RTZ Ember would be jinxing this game pretty hard.
Well, you know, he did say that by the time of Star Ladder 11, I will have my Ember Spirit ready. You know,
has it
maybe
been
this is a testing ground.
Has it been bad, or?
It has actually been terrible.
It has been on Star Series, and it's legendary.
So TA and a morphling tours we have yet to see. I believe. Oh wait, we did see a morphling, I think, at one point already.
Oh yeah, VP Polar have played morphling before. Surely Finette has you know, flourished his morphling, and this means that FNG can now put a dual lane mid if he wants.
Yeah.
With the Lich morphling to counter the TA.
That's a very strong lane.
It's a very strong lane that is hard to play against. One-on-one, of course, TA completely destroys morph, but just having Lich there changes everything. So let's see how they pitch the lanes here. I assume Venge Centaur bottom, Lich and morphling mid, and an off-lane Puck. But with the item builds, it seems it might not be that way.
I think morphling, especially when you take out the Elder Titan, inherently does well against what EG normally likes to do. They like to 5-man quite hard, and when you have a morphling that can split push very quickly, or when you're getting ganked, you can survive the gank and allow your teammate to come in and help you or escape. He could kind of run circles around EG if played properly.
Yes. So the supports here from EG, having Ogre and Mirana, can definitely secure some ganks if they want to. And there we go. EG sees the Observer Ward being dropped by VP Polar, and sentries immediately purchased by Mirana. They often do this, not buying the sentries, and then seeing, okay, will we actually find some sentries? Okay, then I will purchase it, because else it's sort of redundant buying the sentries and assuming you will see something. So that's a smart little thing that a lot of people could learn from.
I still think that people should physically move the observers / sentries to their last spot on their inventory. For example, if you click on center now, it's like there's a odd spot missing on the 5th slot. It's like, I wonder what that could be.
Well, I guess that's a
it's like a small thing, you know. It's nothing big.
It's a fair point, I guess.
Yeah.
It's also customization, though. I mean, yeah.
Maybe you could next level it. It's
so
like
some people just like to keep items on certain spots as well. So I guess you could next level.
Sure.
Next level, return it.
Like I always put something that doesn't have any kind of hotkey. I put it as far down the list as possible.
Oh, yes.
Always have my boots on 2, blink on 1, BKB on 3, drums on 4, etc. I could go on.
So I like listening to you describe it. It was so dreamy. Blink on 4.
We were expecting the Lich Morphling dual lane for Radiant, and they're gonna run the Puck lane. So they have a lot of confidence on DK Phobal's ability to lane against this Templar Assassin.
Makes me happy. Makes TA happy as well. So, or I guess it's the other way around, maybe. But this should mean that Templar Assassin has a more fair chance to do well on laning stage. Question is how this bottom lane is going to work out. The Ogre Tide is very tanky, but Morphling also has a lot of damage on top of Tide, so until he gets Anchor Smashed.
Despite Morphling and Venge being range heroes, these are fairly low range heroes such that Tide would have an easy time kind of just walk in, tank a hit or two, drop an Anchor Smash, and trade pretty evenly, if not coming ahead.
Yes. That is true. And with some backup as well, he's not going to do that poorly, I believe. And it seems that FNG realizes this mid lane is not always going to be the best for a puck. So he's going to deny creep on mid with his Lich and might even just switch in here now to harass and bully the TA. We'll see. Or maybe rotation down to bottom instead.
Yeah. Again, every time we see FNG or just his team to play Lich, they always have this kind of roaming situation, right? I'm going to go mid, deny 2 creeps here. I'm going to go bottom, deny a creep there. PBD's going to get himself a regen rune. Little's going to come around. I don't think they're going to get a kill. Frost Blast is off cooldown again, but...
Yeah. FNG did deny it as he realized he was going to get stunned. So nice little cute play there, denying some of what PBD can find. But he's an Ogre. He already regens pretty quickly. I mean, he eats a tango, he has 10.4.
That's a good trade.
Canceling the clarity.
Yeah.
That is indeed very nice. So last hit-wise right now, 10 and 2 for Morphling, so farming fairly well on bottom. 9 and 6 on TA against 6 for 2. So TA is winning mid, despite the help that VP Polar are trying to send.
Although not as big as you would expect because of the Lich. Yeah. Still pretty good, and we see a very early bottle and boots from the TA.
Yes.
And that's kind of the start you want. Meanwhile, DK Phobos still struggling with his own bottle. I imagine he's bottle crowing. No, he's got nothing. Wow.
He is actually sitting at nothing because he went very confidently with the Null Talisman. It helps you last hit against the TA, but also delays your bottle, which is... I'm not sure about this. I think you would want to have your bottle by 2 minutes no matter what, and you can have that. But still, the Null is probably more safe to go, because else you can find yourself getting out last hit so hard. So deny and last hit at once.
He's already getting out denied, and that's it.
This lane is very
difficult. It doesn't get any better as TA levels up and has more charges on his refraction.
Yeah, it's a very difficult lane for Puck, for sure. So VP Polar are struggling a little bit in this laning phase, because TA is farming as much as the carries are right now, keeping up with the Morphling and Ember. Oh, is this going to be an attempt on Universe? Morphling coming out, has a level 1 waveform.
The fish is strong.
Yeah, very good stun there from PPD. He knows that he has to cancel that.
Any reason why he has a level 1 waveform at this point in the game?
No. Actually, no reason.
Level 2. Actually, Mag is going to eat arrow up top. Mag's going to give up the first blood here. Not something you expect out of him. Generally a very stable, strong offlane player.
Though Zai also a monster on supporting and does find the opening, so giving his team a nice edge there. And the first blood did go towards himself, so okay, he's gonna be happy on Mirana. Could get early face boots on Mirana as a treat for that.
So Wagger,
yes,
you're a TA player.
I am.
I hear. I'm a non-TA player. Explain to me how refraction works, because I'm still a little fuzzy.
Okay, refraction just blocks instances of damage, right?
Any kind of damage, physical, magical.
Yes, any source of damage, and it blocks it upon it's supposed to be dealt to you. So level 3, 5 instances blocked, and also gives you 5 instances of extra damage in your attack. And that's really what makes him so good, or her so good at laning.
For instance, Morphling.
Oh, the arrow!
Oh,
so
wow.
good!
Oh, he might just live?
Oh, he will get the kill for sure. Yeah. He's dead, and...
that Courier.
Yeah, Courier has balls, man, just walking out.
I mean, that goes back to the support Mirana, right? Even if the first arrow missed, that puck can't really do much.
Yeah, and he kept trying.
Yeah.
He kept trying to get those kills and land. So 2 arrows already set up by Zai, showing exactly why he's one of the highest rated supports.
Yeah.
And that really saved mid lane, or like saved it, really made mid lane crush so hard. And he keeps firing arrows blindly here.
Comparatively to what Jirax did yesterday, and he also played him around, looks like.
I think
Arteezy might be a little bit of trouble. He does have a double damage.
Oh my god!
The hits are real here. He's
aggressive,
diving for the kill. He's gonna get the kill. He has traps as well. He's gonna just walk away, meld. Wow! What a dodge!
Wow!
Wow!
Has to use it soon.
Yeah.
Really nice play there from Arteezy diving in. And realizes that Lich, of course, not the best hero against the TA, as you just have one single nuke. So works out really well, and the start is amazing for EG.
So does waveform, is that a single instance of damage? Or
Yes.
does it is.
Exactly.
It doesn't go like goosh, goosh, goosh.
No, it does not. The worst things you can go up against is like Iron Shell from Darkseer, maybe. Mid is a lot of rotation now. Mag wants to do something, but even as a Centaur...
Isn't an urn good to get?
Oh yeah,
to get against
Urn actually got buffed against TA, but it also changed something, because if you're running away and someone earns you, you can refract and block their Urn damage now. So while it's overall a nerf, it has saved my life a few times as well.
Well, you can also make the argument that Urn's a good way to remove those refraction charges.
Yes, exactly. That's how it was buffed.
Yeah, but the fact that you can use refraction to
block Urn.
Block it also could save you in some situations.
Similar change happened to Venomancer's Poison, which used to eat your charges, but now actually deals damage through refraction charges instead without ticking them. So same thing happens there. Or I guess the other way around, because now you can't block them. Either way, really amazing start here for EG. 40-25 on Ember, 38 and 12 on TA, but Morphling is pulling ahead in the CS chart, as he has a good time against the Universe on bottom.
We'd be seeing more and more Gushes being selected on Tidehunter. It used to be like, all right, I'm going to just get Anchor and Kraken exclusively. What's your thought on kind of the resurgence of the Gush? It takes a ton of mana. That's 3 Anchors that you're not using to harass or farm.
It's also good damage though. 110 damage on level 1. Also lowers the armor on the target, so if you can get a Gush into Anchor, it's definitely worth it mana-wise. And I think it's just the fact that he has mana boots, he can go for this aggression and spam. If you want to rush Blink Dagger and don't get mana boots, then obviously getting Gush is pretty pointless. Oh no, Psy gonna get caught out here. I think they're gonna just keep punching away at him and killing him.
Yeah.
They could ulti him as well. Actually,
Kind of hanging out. He's got a TP.
Maybe he will just be fine here.
Wow.
All right, never mind.
Fear is going to come about. They're going to just somewhat be afraid. And here comes a triple Remnant in. They need an arrow. And in fact, they will use that as a bait. He's going to TP out as well. Zai making the plays.
by jumping
onto a lift. Planned. Meanwhile, Juan Fernandez gets Shirley Finette in the cliffs here, but he's going to be able to jump away with the waveform. Meanwhile, Mag is going to be receiving a little bit of help from Fear and walks home safely.
Yeah. So far, Zai is just all over the place and creating space, I assume. Jumping onto a cliff was probably not really intended there, but worked out well in the end. I'm still pretty sure they could have killed him if DK Phobos just punched a little bit more, because he sent the orb and was not close enough. But maybe just running away immediately would have been the better choice, as Ember came in and punished him. At this laning stage, already going so well for EG, it's a tough thing to deal with. Do you think that VP Polar have the comeback mechanics to secure the 10 to 20 minutes?
It depends on the timing of the Blink Dagger puck. How many ganks he'll find with it, how quickly he'll reach the Midas after, because that's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
And obviously Morphling, what build he's going for. If he's going for a fairly offensive, like a Lincoln shotgun build, never mind, he's going for Midas as well.
Yeah.
So they're going to just weather the storm a little bit and try to make a 40 to 50 minute late game comeback.
Yeah. So Tia has drums, treads, bottle, and magic wand. I'm gonna talk a little bit about TA every now and then, but this is very good item progressions. Like before 10 minutes, having your drums is really strong, and he's gonna camp the runes. If you get rune control and can get a haste or a DD, that's very often gonna transition into a kill.
Yeah.
There was an invis on top this time with Zai.
I mean, especially seeing the fact that there's a glove of haste on the Morphling. I'm going to say to myself, there's really no fighting power on the side of VP Polar. In fact, it's going to be a TA tower dive. He's diving into, I mean, he forced out the coil. It's going to just straight out TP. Centaur, though, can he actually get off the cliff? Just tiny bit off, but... Okay, you force out the coil. Morphling has Midas. You're a TA. Can't you just say, you know what? We're gonna smoke up as 2 or 3, go into the Roche, and sneak Aegis?
You can kill Roche for sure, but I think it's safer to just kill something first. Bottom lane, they're trying to chase down PPD here. Can they get close enough for a stun? They
so
have
slow.
the exact same movement speed. So
Nice wave.
In the end, surely Finette secures the kill.
Yeah, but looks like they're gonna lose a little bit.
The arrow! Again, Sai is just a sniper with these arrows.
The Swedish sniper.
Yes, the Swedish one.
Yeah. Surely Finette got the wave.
We have a lot of snipers here in Scandinavia.
They'll walk back safely. Meanwhile, Juan is giving Phobos the dive.
Yeah, and this is gonna take the tower very early as well, just by punching down. If they can open up the map, then as you said, Roshan is an option. TP out here by FNG, does not want to feed kills. He doesn't even have boots though. This Lich has not really worked out for them.
Mag just goes down one more time.
Yeah.
I feel like
Max level Searing Chains.
the EG players are just like, wherever they go, they just find kills. They make it look really easy.
They do. They actually do. And that's what's so impressive about this team, you know. They make a lot happen with every single rotation, it feels like.
Has he maxed out the Searing Chains over the Sleight of Fist? Because it's not going to do any damage until he gets a Battle Fury.
Oh,
really anyway.
The Sleight of Fist is normal to wait with, but just the fact that he maxed it before Flame Guard max is that's more a flavor thing.
Yeah.
And I just think he wants the 3-second duration Searing Chains mostly. So he can hold the centaur in place even if he gets level 6.
I mean, I think when you're trying to hold it for a hero like Mirana to land her arrows, it's synergized with your team much better.
That almost guarantees you the 5-second arrow as well.
When we talk about the difference of the offlaners right now, like Universe has level 8.5 against a level 5 Fear.
Oh, he's gonna just jump away.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. So Coil repeatedly being used for nothing. But I mean, level 5 Centaur is really struggling, and it's not that Mag is bad at Centaur as well. He's amazing at it, but...
I think it's the difference in supports. I mean, Mirana getting a kill up top, you can't really do anything against like Arrow into a kill, right? It's really hard to dodge that. And then the bottom lane, surely Finette having a ton of trouble, you know, thanks to TA rotations, thanks to the Ogre and the Mirana being effective there. The Lich and Venge has not been effective. In fact, have they really even had a presence in this game?
Barely, I will say. Like, you had to rotate early with Lich. Normally, I think if you pick Lich, you want to keep the lane static. I keep repeating this every single time I see a Lich pick, because static lanes is where you excel. You have the deny of creep waves, you can control where the lane is going to be, and you will flat out win that lane sooner or later. And maybe if they dual lane mid from the beginning, they could have shut down the TA with a Lich Morphling, I believe. But instead he was running across the map, and that's really gonna hurt you.
Okay, this is where they can come back. They have Stampede available. Roshan is bashing on Juan, but they just don't have any good lockdown. Universe has the Ravage as well. I think they have to spend on... No, there's no Stampede to get them out. And Little is... Oh, actually Magic Stick, but here comes the backstab from Fear.
Wow.
Everybody's gonna die, and they just all need to run. Surely Finette will have another wave for him in a couple of seconds, but
well, he might
a Milk Strike could just kill him right then and there. No Milk Strike, not even necessary.
Milk Strike?
Milk Strike. The
Nice.
Milk Strike. That was 3 for nothing, and now they could go back for Roshan.
Yeah.
I almost want to say that right now, Polar is just so far behind that their Midases won't even be... They won't even have enough time to use their Midas.
How often do EG manage to do this though? Like 14 minutes in, it's, you know, almost feels like standard to see EG with a 10,000 gold lead by 14 minutes. Like that's very common in these games.
Yeah.
It's really impressive how dominant they are in the early game. And there's no reason they shouldn't be dominant throughout the entire mid game as well with the composition they have. Blink Dagger on Universe, of course.
I'm just thinking to myself, how do you punish EG? Are they making any mistakes? Are they...
EG?
Yes.
No. I don't think so.
I mean, like, maybe it's too fast to say, but let's start thinking about game 2, right? Because this game is...
Jesus, Lumi.
I mean, if you look at this game, the Puck doesn't have Blink. The Centaur doesn't have Blink. The Morphling Midas, it's going to take a lot of time to actually come in. Arrow, not going to hit.
Does not connect this time.
Like, well, what makes EG so good in this game, and how can you punish it?
Well, they just won the lanes really hard, and to be honest, I don't think that they had the tools to win the lane so hard. It's more like VP Polar didn't get the lanes they wanted.
So I guess a little bit of the draft, a little bit of the lane predictions.
Also, Vengeful in general, the way VP Polar often play and the way EG also use Vengeful, it works out really amazingly. But in this game, it didn't do anything. They didn't decide to go for the Vengeful Centaur lane. Instead, the Vengeful Morphling, which is not that impressive in killing potential. I think they would have gotten more luck if they just had like Venge Centaur on top lane, along with Lich Morphling mid and Puck safe lane. Because Puck beats Tide as well.
I didn't like the Lich pick as much as I love Lich. I don't really think it's worked at all for them.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more about how they ran it than the hero not being
I thought
good.
Lich Morphling would have done fine on the mid lane, but...
Yeah, because Lich is a hero, probably one of the strongest hero at winning lanes, and that's where it went wrong. They lost the lanes, so...
Yep.
Either way, right now, EG are just securing tons and tons of advantage every minute that passes, because they're farming Ancients with Tide. They have rune control perfectly for the TA. Morphling, or the Ember Spirit is farming tons as well. And of course, even Mirana is getting quite a bit of gold on her now with the Medallion Treads and 980.
So the moment the laning phase is over and Lich has to start wandering around.
Oh, arrow attempt here with the...
I mean, this is why you max the chain first, right?
Yeah.
For this purpose alone. They're going to get another kill.
Wow.
That was textbook on how to combo these two heroes.
Yeah.
So anyway, the moment that Lich has to start wandering around, what is he going to contribute compared to, say, Ogre and Mirana in this game?
Very little. I mean, maybe if you get some nice coil and you can throw a Chain Frost in there, but EG have also reacted very well to the coils. They have Ember who can jump away. TA previously TP'd out from the coil. They never really get caught with anyone more. You know, it's just single hero coils anyway. So
I also think that the thing with, even if you land the good coil, the way the Lich ult works means it might just bugger off to the creep wave anyway.
Oh God, he has a Desolator. 17 minutes, 30 seconds, Desolator on TA. All right, Lumi, game 2. Talk.
I mean, let's talk about why Deso is good here. Obviously, it's good at hitting buildings, but inherent strength about the Deso is you could actually push very, very quickly. You could 2-hit an entire wave, right?
Okay, so a nice thing for Deso specifically in this game, as it's a TA we're mentioning, is that you're reducing armor on the target that you're punching, which is nice. You can do that with Melt Strike as well. You're already stacking up tons of minus armor there. Oh, top, a little bit of a dive here by Fear, but once again, he's gonna be safe with a far jump out. Mid lane, also aggression here onto PPD. Might get a kill, but he has CD on waveform. So the reason it's so good on TA is sometimes you don't even need to hit a hero. Or sometimes you don't even need to hit a high armor hero, because you will Psyblade people anyway. So if you're hitting a creep and it's Psybladed and it's sitting at -7 armor, you will have very little damage reduction, and all the damage you spill is pure. So that gets added to whatever hero you're Psyblading. And obviously, I guess the strongest reason for getting a Desolator, Roshan, is so easy to take.
Not that they needed it.
No.
Because they had so much time.
It's more like now she can solo kill Roshan in, you know, 30 seconds maybe, while her team is controlling the map. So just more to their arsenal of EG, I feel.
What do you get next on TA then?
Probably a Black King bar to walk up high ground, although...
BKB is the item you go if you respect your enemy in this game, which I think you always should. But Manta Star is decent, and crit is really amazing. Just a casual Yasha is a lot of value though when you have the drums, and Manta Style it's decent because it applies the orb even by your illusions hitting something.
I mean, there is a world where Centaur blinks on you, there's a magic missile to follow up, there's a waning rift and a coil that
definitely.
You can die. So I think you're winning so far ahead anyways. Just slam the door shut, you know, get a BKB. And then you could, you know, siege mid-tier 2s, siege high ground.
Yeah. That's what also Ferrari rated probably one of the best TAs, or the best TA in the world.
What about you, Wagga?
Go for the same build with the drums, Desolator, and BKB. No, I don't rank myself as the best TA or anything like that.
She's just your favorite hero?
Well, I'm really good at her, but I never rank anyone as best at anything unless they have won big tournaments with it.
Right.
You know, Ferrari is the one who has the biggest achievements.
Win a tournament before you talk, Wagga.
That kind of shit, yeah. That's common Swedish saying.
I heard it from Loda too.
Yeah, that's why.
Is it true that Arteezy's dad told him not to play Ember Spirit?
Yeah.
That's what Twitter tells me.
That's
Tor
true.
Henrik Olsen with that nugget of truth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure RTZ said in an interview that his dad watches his games, and that after Star Ladder he was like, you should not play Ember.
Wow.
You're not good at that. Which sounds like a fun thing to hear from your dad.
I mean, like his dad telling him that he's not good at Ember. He probably still plays better Ember than most of us.
Yes.
Right? Like he's still like
I mean,
very proficient with the hero. But
Yeah, God.
just next to his Templar Assassin, for
For
example.
instance, yeah.
Not
yeah.
the same.
RTZ has other heroes he plays a lot better. I mean, Lycan, Naga Siren, hell, a lot of heroes to
PA.
be honest. Yeah, even PA. So why not just give away the Ember to Old Man Fear instead? And this game, it's a slow pace now by EG. Not too many kills happening, but they know that VP Polar are forced into this 5-man Dota kind of scenario. Because if they go alone, they can easily be picked off by anyone. And it is going to be the BKB by RTZ, which means he can go Blink next and just play extremely aggressive, or go for Daedalus just to rely on his team to initiate and then run in and crush people.
Something to be said is EG's vision, especially through the traps as well. I think a mark of a good TA player is that if your ultimate allows you to play 7 traps on the map, you should have 7 traps on the map.
Yeah.
Just extra vision.
It's 8 traps now though. They buffed it.
Damn.
Pretty good. Yep.
Oh, that's a 10-second BKB.
BKB TPR is used, yeah. That's not how you want to lose your 10-second BKBs. Top lane attempt to kill Zai here, and he is a little bit too far out.
Okay.
And a dominating streak towards Mag. Very happy to take that.
It seems like EG is not hurrying at all to start sieging these towers. Do you think they should be?
I think they're going for similar timing as they always do, though. They try to wait up for that 25-30 minute mark before they really add up the pressure. And they realize how much they could lose. You know, we all saw game 1 of yesterday when they suddenly
VP Classic versus EG.
Yes, where they just threw away a lot of their advantage and, you know, it punished them.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to wait for a fierce BKB before they make any kind of decisive play, and that should coincide with the Roshan respawning, and they definitely will take it so quickly that there's nothing VP Polar can do.
Yeah.
But as they say that they're going to take down T2 bottom without too much of a hassle.
Yeah, RTZ is keeping a haste room bottle as well, trying to, you know, he wants a fight, definitely does, but he's also fine with just controlling the entire map, and so is the entire of EG. Looking at the CS chart, I mean, TA is heavily leading away, even in front of the...
I mean, they're in no rush here, are they? There's nothing to hurry about for them.
I mean, in some time you'd be like, all right, we kind of need to close out the game because there's a Morphling on the other side, there's a clock on us, but if you look at the goal graph, it has just been a steady decline.
Yeah.
So as the game goes on longer and longer, EG is just farming bigger portion of the map, they're farming more. So there is actually no hurry.
Yeah, and even Fear will go into a BKB on Ember, and this is really the we're not gonna throw the game, because he knows I don't need a crit right now. DK Phobos uses his orb. Is this gonna punish him? I think it does. Yeah.
Wow,
Immediately
God.
dead. Mirana Invis allowing RTZ to close distance. 2-hitting a puck.
Yep.
Easy kills. So they tried to smoke gang during that time, VP Polar, but they didn't realize that Roshan was up, or maybe they just wanted to find a single hero as opposed to going into 5. Because even if they smoked to Roshan, they could not have stopped it.
Yep.
They would just die there.
Easy tier 2, no defending here.
Yeah.
They're still going top though to push that out.
So far, another very dominant display here by EG. And what is the what is the point that VP Polar can turn this game? They're going for something with Blade of Alacrity onto Morphling, but I don't know, man.
I think you just need a very strong team fight up on the high ground. I mean, again, they have a ton of burst damage, so there is a world that you could burst somebody down before the fight happens, but EGPP looks like he's going to give a freebie to Shirley Finette, and Shirley will take any type of donation.
He will. He will happily take ogres.
Yeah.
Send us your week.
TA has crit.
Yeah, Crystal is being added up. So even if you get a really good initiation now, as long as TA stays alive, she can just burst up Morphling so fast that he cannot even morph against it. And even like Centaur, any hero really, if they get too close, that's why they have to sack all these towers. EG though probably don't want to push high ground too early, but I reckon they will do it soon. Maybe when they have the Daedalus finished up, because they do have an Aegis and it's nice to use that.
So I guess your saving grace is you just look over to the Morphling and you got your item yet?
Got your item yet?
You got your item yet?
I don't know, man. And oh, DK Phobos gets scouted here, but he is a puck and very hard to solo kill, so probably just gonna get away. I guess so. I mean, what else is there really? They can land a massive combo, but Tidehunter has such an easy time disrupting that with Blink Force Staff, and he's well on his way to a refresher as well.
Juan has the Aegis, walking up high ground.
This is what we saw the other day, where the Tide just stands at the back.
Yep.
And they let the TA stand at the front, and they just say like, okay, if you go in, you've got an Ember Spirit, by the way, and a Ravage.
They're actually doing a very good job at not committing anything important and trying to burst the TA. If you can make her use her Aegis like that, you definitely have a good chance.
You lost FNG though.
Oh, FNG's gonna throw out Chain, and that Chain might even take the Aegis. No, the balances weren't there.
They don't have an urn, do they?
No.
Okay, so he's just gonna drop the Aegis, I think. He walks up and gives one right click for them, backs off. So the Aegis still has plenty of time. I mean, poor Aegis gonna have to die very quickly here. They keep pressuring, but Lich down, no Chain Frost, even less tools to work with for VP Polar.
All right, Aegis being blown, and I mean, tier 3's low and all, but now you could actually try to take a fight, but the Looming's hide is just really the big problem here.
Yeah, I mean, you can see him. He's in vision. He's just standing there and saying, hey, come at us. Please run into us. I'll happily Ravage. So taking this fight looks impossible for VP Polar. I don't see any way that they can open this game or this fight.
I mean, that's assuming you jump in and they don't use your
they're
BKB. The swap, oh, the miscommunication. Shirley's gonna pop his own BKB. They're focusing on Fair, but just not enough damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah, at least the Stampede allows them to run away, but they just lost 3 heroes again in an instant.
It would not be surprising at all if GG now is called.
Yeah, GG any moment, boys, because they don't have to stop now, EG. Having killed everyone.
Who's Morphling effigy is that? Shirley Finette.
Is that Shirley Finette?
That says some Japanese. I don't know what the hell that means, though.
Oh,
Koyo?
it's like I'm the final god of death, I think. Gonna guess. Ore wa shin sekai no kami da.
Do you speak Japanese?
No, I just studied it a little bit.
Ah.
I studied Japanese for a while, but
I'll take Waga's word for it.
I'm guessing something like that, along those lines. So at least.
VP Polar wants to take a fight of this. I think there's no fighting.
Pretty sure there's no fighting. So they do get the melee racks and back off, and you know this was the devastating blow, I think, to VP Polar. They don't have a lineup that can deal with losing racks this early on.
Yeah.
There's no actual comeback mechanic, but they're gonna keep trying. So credit to him for not giving up too early, but we are talking about almost 30,000 gold advantage.
Yep.
That's the point where...
This is a very good smoke gang, though. You see that creep wave really far up at the tier 1, and you're like, you know what?
And I wonder how much gold this could give if they get a kill.
If they get the kill, I mean, he's got Blink Force Staff and Kraken Shell. Here we go. We're going to start the fight on Universe. Kraken immediately proc, the swap, and a stun. Nicely done, and the Chain Frost's going to come through as well. We need to check.
There's no fight recap, but I imagine that's a pretty big spike. There's one. There. Okay, 1,700 gold.
Nicely done.
Very
Got
nice.
a kill on Tide, earned 1,700 gold.
Yeah, 1 kill.
All right, how many are they going to die here, though? Here comes Juan.
Okay, I assume everyone look for one shot on FNG here, very close to the TA.
He's got frost armor.
Dude.
Okay.
Dude, don't even joke with me.
Wow, oh man.
Did he get a crit on that one? I think he did.
It was a crit. That's why it's so likely for a one shot. I don't think he can
one shot without crit. And there's a
mag. Gotta go down to fierce aggression here as well.
There's a gem on the ground.
I mean, they did get one smoke gang and they got a tower, so something their way. And losing 2 heroes for them is not even as bad as losing 1 Tidehunter.
Now I was thinking Frost Armor is, you know, the dream right now, but
It's actually not the dream. It's a level 2 Frost Armor anyway, so
the dream was not real.
5 extra armor not gonna protect you. And what did he actually buy? He purchased something else? I believe it's in his base. Oh no, the Blink Dagger is up.
Yeah, the blink.
I see.
What's the feeling behind not rushing that? Because I always used to think that
Oh, yeah.
TA was like, get that blink.
I mean, I get this question
I'm sure.
pretty much all the time,
Yep,
but
I'm
the
sorry.
reason is that Blink Dagger doesn't speed up your farming.
Yeah.
That's the quickest and easiest reason. Oh, he's gonna go on DK Foes. Nice stun by Lil Hardy though.
I mean, I think like you said, the Deso has made such a big difference.
Yeah. Well, the drums treads into, you know, getting a Desolator. It just farms so fast. Accelerating your farm is very important. Mag taking tons of damage here.
Well, Juan is getting driven back a little bit. They need a center to heal up. Meanwhile, Fear just threw out pretty big damage as well. They're gonna burn everything on Juan. BKB, Morphling deleted. Little Magic Stick Ravage gonna come out. Everybody's actually dead.
Okay.
GG gets called. A quick one at that. And EG convincingly takes game number 1.
Yeah, that was in a extremely dominant fashion, you have to say. And I feel bad for Virtus.pro Polar because their draft was not horrible, but if laning phase doesn't work and you draft a Lich, it's a little bit like picking Viper and getting stomped on lane. Like, there's no easy transition from it. You don't have the tools. You can't go double roaming with a Lich and Venge. It's not going to get anything done.